Kansas Senator Roger Marshall. Good morning to you, Senator. Great to see you. So many people view the president's blockade of the Strait of Hormuz as a sign that the war may come to an end soon because Iran really can't last long economically without its oil exports. What do you think about this?
Well, Charlotte, good morning to you and all your listeners. I want to just focus that President Trump is keeping America safe.
Right.
That he's keeping the world safe. That he's answering the call 47 years that Iran has kept the world hostage right now. Could you imagine Iran with nuclear weapons? Think of North Korea on steroids. Think of North Korea times 1,000. These people, this theocracy, they're irrational, they're lunatics, they're religious zealots. They shout death to America, death to Israel. Right. So I think the blockade is a great jujitsu move by the president to say, look, we're going to stop Iran's financial funding. There's not much left of them. I think this is a great move and is going to get us to the end game here sooner than later.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are looking at this through the political lens. We are in a midterm year, but oil markets, they're reacting positively to the president's blockade. Prices now down below $100 per barrel. How long do you think Americans will be willing to pay the higher energy costs while we are confronting Iran? I mean, obviously we know why we're paying it, but how long do you think we're going to be willing to keep paying it?
You know, that's an interesting question. I think back to my grandparents and their generation that served in World War II. Could you imagine, trying to tell the president, look, you only got so many days to defeat Hitler or defeat Japan. We have to do it till we get the outcome that we want. I hope it's weeks and not months, but at the end of the day, Americans are going to be safer. And the good news is we're the leading producer of oil in the world. We're exporting more than we're importing. We're not standing in lines. That overall wages have been growing faster than inflation under this president. Here it is. It's going to be tax day very soon, and Americans are going to get an extra $1,000 or $1,500 rebate as well. So I'm sorry the gas prices are going up, but help is on its way. And your national security, yes, is even more important than your pocketbook.
I do want to shift gears a little bit to the partial government shutdown. Near 2 months now, 60 days. Senate Republicans could move on the fiscal blueprint for ICE and Border Patrol funding as soon as next week. That's what we're hearing. Can you tell us more about this plan? How do we end this shutdown, Senator?
Yeah, I know Americans are tired of it. As you point out, 60 days now that the Democrats have not funded ICE and the Border Patrol. Indeed, they are the party of defund the police. So on the Senate side, we've already passed the funding for the rest of DHS, everything except ICE and Border Patrol. That's sitting over in the House. I think the House is waiting to make sure that we're going to do some type of reconciliation. Reconciliation only requires 50 votes, that we can adjust the budget just on 50 votes plus the vice president breaking the tie, of course. So we'll fund DHS and ICE through that reconciliation bill. I said on the budget committee, I expect to meet this week to describe, what the guardrails will be for that reconciliation bill. Is it going to be a skinny bill and just fund DHS and ICE, or are we going to try to fund part of Iran as well? I think that's the debate happening this week, is how big this bill can be without losing any votes. We can only lose 3 votes in the Senate, and we can only lose 4 in the House. So I think we have to worry about, is it going to be a real skinny bill? Anytime we add anything else to the bill, who do we lose on that? And that's what our whips will be checking out this week.
Okay.
Yeah, Senator, do you worry? I know I've heard this from some House Republicans, that this is setting a really bad precedent, a slippery slope for future appropriations and budget work, when parties can just simply defund or hold hostage agencies through this process?
Well, look, that's the Democrat Party of today, and this is why I'm ready to end the filibuster now. I think you make my argument for me, is that the filibuster was great in principle, but we are frozen right now. The Democrats hate Donald Trump so much. Literally, if he comes in with a cure for cancer, they're not going to fund it right now. Once upon a time, politics stopped at the ocean's edge, but instead, the Democrats are the only one in the world that are helping the Iranians right now. So, yes, I'm worried about all those things, but I have to deal with reality. And right now, there's a big division between Republicans and Democrats, and it's based upon the Democrats' hatred for Donald Trump, and I can't fix that.
Yeah, good point. Senator Marshall, always great having you with us. Thank you for taking the time this morning.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.